Hello everybody, welcome to In the Kitchen with Mama. Melissa is not feeling well today, so she is taking a day off. So you've got just me and my handy dandy iPhone video recorder. So we'll see how it does. Today I'm going to be making Mama's Italian meatballs. My kids love them. They're always a hit when I make them for dinner parties. And you start with 3 different kinds of meat. Here I have a ground Angus sirloin, sweet Italian sausage, and ground veal. Okay, and then I cannot get this up to show you, but I also have half of a large white onion, 2 cups of pecorino romano cheese, and one of the living basil things that you can buy at the store. If you don't find the hydroponically grown living basil, you can use the basil that you buy that's in the little plastic container, but don't use as much as when you use the fresh. When you use the fresh, that whole thing is going to go down to, once you have chopped it, to about a cup of fresh basil. You also have 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, which you dice. So you've got your teaspoon of black pepper in there, and you put a teaspoon of coarse ground sea salt, and you just start mixing. Okay, you kind of blend your meats together so it's all just one color, and you've blended the Italian sausage, the veal, and the beef. And then you add the rest of your ingredients, which are a cup of basil, the 2 cups of pecorino romano cheese, the half of a white onion, and the 3 cloves of garlic. And I want to show you that you make your pieces kind of large, if you can see those. That will keep the flavor in it, and you'll be able to taste it a little bit better. And for the basil, I kept this little stem out so I could show you, cut this part off and discard it. So when you have all your ingredients in there, you take 1 egg, break it over, and you just mix everything together all over again. Okay, you're mixing with your hands, getting it all incorporated all together. Takes a little while, but it is so worth it. Okay, so I'm back again. I gave you a little break while I mixed the meat. And when the meat is all mixed up and properly ready to roll into balls, this is what it's going to look like. So, to get meatballs, you roll it up into little balls kind of like this. You don't want to work the meat too much. You want to just play with it just as little as you can, because it does tend to toughen if you roll it and get it into a perfect size ball. All you really need to do is just get the meatballs the same approximate size so they'll bake evenly. Okay, and so now I'm back. I hope that transition wasn't too distracting, but I figured I would cut it off and start it again and once I got the meatballs rolled out. I'm sure watching me roll out a million meatballs is about as much fun as watching paint dry. But this 3 pounds of meat should give you about 30 nice sized meatballs, which we are going to put in the oven for 25 minutes at 350. One thing I didn't tell you earlier too was I make my meatballs a little bit differently. I do not use breadcrumbs in my meatballs because I don't like the taste of breadcrumbs. And I do not use oregano in my sauce or my meatballs because I don't like the taste of oregano. So if you want to use breadcrumbs, go ahead. Use about a half a cup. And if you like oregano, I would start out with maybe 1 teaspoon and see how it tastes. You don't want to get too much in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oven, bake them for 25 minutes at 350. And so now it's been about 25 minutes. So I'm going to take that tray out and we'll check on them, see how they're doing. And they look perfect. So let me see what's happening here. And yes, they are perfect. So I want to show you this. So your meatballs are going to be just a little bit brown on the top. See, it's got just a nice little brown crust there. And they are going to be cooked all the way through. Going to enjoy them with my marinara sauce that I've already made. Yum, yum, yum. And doesn't that look tasty? Bon appetit.